July, we got the Queen of Pentacles. And so it's like a complete opposite to June. And you know what? You guys aren't the first. There's several signs where there's something happening in June, man. And I forget already. Like there's some astrological shit going on, but like there's something going on in June and July where people are just making like a weird transition. And maybe there's gonna be like a legitimate timeline jump where we're all involved instead of like certain individuals, you know. That seems to be the case. Like some people do I'll see groups of people timeline jumping, and like I'm just like, what are you doing, the John Travolta? What timeline jump? Like I didn't feel anything. And then there's times where I feel a shift, and other people feel it, and then many more other people don't feel it. So we all jump timelines and have different experiences at different times. But I feel like in June, July, I feel like we're all the world. It's like the COVID thing where like it affected the entire world, which we could look at the astrology of that too. Like there's a legitimate reason for that. It has to do with Pluto and Saturn coming together. Pluto and Saturn conjunction in January 2020. Okay, that it came together. The date it came together was maybe not the exact date, but it was around that time we got the first announcement of the first victim to COVID, essentially the first death of COVID, which I think I'm going to get in trouble by YouTube for saying that word so much, the C word, whatever. These aren't monetized anyways. I'm not making any money. But yeah, like it was like the first person to die from it was announced around that conjunction, which is crazy. But that conjunction also happened with the sun involved, and the sun is the self, it's the ego, it's the individual, and so it affected the world because of that. Looking back at other conjunctions of Pluto and Saturn, like similar things occurred, but it wasn't the entire world. Okay, so something's happening in June. You want to watch the sun and what aspects and conjunctions it's going to make in June, because honestly, I feel like there's a huge shift, and it's interesting that I pause to talk about it with you guys because Aquarius is, you guys are very powerful. Pisces is like seen as like, oh, like, you know, they're like the ideal zodiac in this, like archetypally, because it's the last sign and it has like all the knowledge of all the signs, and it's so ethereal, and it like, you know, it's just dreamy, and it's just like perfected, right? Aquarius is the water bearer, and if you look at the story of like Prometheus and all that, like Aquarius gave humans the fire, okay? Like you gave us the knowledge. And I always seen Aquariuses, at least archetypally, as like angels, but like archangels or like celestials, to where it's just like you guys like it's really karmic being born as a Capricorn, and rightfully so because of Saturn. But like Aquarius is also ruled by Saturn, and like you guys have like a karma that's it's so different, because like Capricorn karma when it comes to Saturn fucking sucks. Okay, like it's like the worst end of the stick. Okay, like we're Saturn's children, but we're Saturn's like naughty children. Okay, and then like Aquarius is, it's like, it's funny because Aquarius is traditionally or modernly ruled by Uranus, and Uranus is grandpa. Like Uranus is the dad of Kronos, right? I'm pretty sure, but even just like overall, like archetypally, like Uranus is the grandfather. Like that's the supreme father, right? And Kronos, Saturn's just like, you know, the guy who inherited it, right? The fucking Nepo child. I can't believe I just called Saturn a Nepo child. But anyways, so like Aquariuses just have that certain something to them. They're like Saturn, or they're like Capricorns, but like a step up from Capricorn, which is really bold to say because Capricorn will die on the hill that they're the only one at the top of the mountain. You guys, like, okay, so Capricorn's at the top of the mountain. You guys are in the fucking cosmos. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you guys are the stars. Like, I genuinely feel that. Like, there's something about Aquarius people and people with Aquarius placements, even as a rising sign, like there's something genuinely really special about you guys that's so unspoken and maybe even gate kept. And so I kind of feel like it should be gate kept. I feel like it should be unspoken. I feel like it's not like it's a secret. It's just kind of like it's like as above so below. It's kind of just unspoken. Like you there's I don't know how to explain it. I hope it makes sense to you and resonates. So I'm just trying to like emphasize like how I feel about Aquarius as far as like how I see it in the astrology and all that good stuff. To where it's just like you guys are really special, okay? The last 3 signs of the zodiac are very special overall, but like there's something unspoken about you guys. So anyway, July, we got the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so the Queen of Pentacles is cool because she's standing on business. All right, I feel like all that wishy-washy shit from June is in the past, and July, it's like time to pop out. Okay, it's so funny when I say slang words in my readings. Yeah, like July seems like you're gonna be able to. People could take you seriously in July, okay, and you're gonna take yourself seriously. Although you have been taking yourself seriously this entire time, okay. I feel like July, it's reminiscent of the Empress card. When did we get the Empress? In May we got the Empress. So May and July could be connected, but it's like an upgraded version of the Empress is what I'm getting, because this is a queen now. You're no longer Empress, now you're a queen. And the Queen of Pentacles is ruled by Capricorn, which I was talking about a moment ago. And so yeah, Capricorn could be really significant if you have Capricorn placements, or there's a Capricorn in your life, okay. Or just look at where Capricorn sits in your birth chart and look at Saturn's, because that's the ruler of Capricorn. It's always important when you look at your chart to look at the signs and then the rulers of those signs, okay. Some of you could be having your Saturn return this year. We have Saturn moving into Aries, from Pisces to Aries. There's something going on in June. I feel like all the planets are going to be changed, because that's a big thing that's happening this year, is that all the outer planets are shifting into a new sign. I'm pretty sure, right? There's a lot of activity going on in Aries, so Aries seems pretty important here. You're gonna have Saturn and Neptune in Aries. So yeah, July, just look at Aries and Saturn, let's just say that. Okay, let's move on. I also feel like there's going to be some opportunity to showcase your skills and your talent. I feel like you could really be confident in the work that you do and the person you've become, and your beliefs and foundations, because that seems to be something that's getting tested this year, is your beliefs and your foundations, your whether you're religious or not, spiritual, not spiritual, whatever, even if you're just an atheist, like just overall your beliefs. It could even just be like your morals, your own consciousness in general. So consciousness has nothing to do with religion, spirituality, nothing. It got nothing to do with nothing other than just consciousness is consciousness, and it comes from a higher place. And so things could be shifting in the mind. I do get a lot of confidence in July, a lot of like being sure of yourself and reconnecting to something within yourself as well. There's something coming up with that, okay? Work and business, career, vocation, legacies, what you want to be known for, 10th house kind of stuff, is pretty important in July. So there could be a lot of focus around business, or just like a lot of activity going on surrounding such things, such Capricornian stuff, okay? So that's July for you guys. Let's go ahead and look at August.